depreciation is, in the government's eyes, the useful life of that asset. So residential, I believe, is 27 years, correct?
27 and a half.
27 and a half. So if you buy a property, say for $1 million, that's a residential property, every year you get to take 1/27th and a half of the value of that property to write off against your taxes. Same thing with multifamily. When you get into commercial assets, the timeline's a little bit larger, so it goes up to 39-year depreciation schedule. And same thing, you get 1/39th of that every year to write off against your income. It's like phantom loss, if you will. You're not actually paying the government. It's just what you get to write off.
Wear and tear, expected wear and tear, even though it doesn't actually ever happen.
Right. But that's a very crude method of figuring out how long an asset's going to last. You're saying that everything's going to last 27 years? Well, how about your carpets? We know every time you change a tenant over, you're going to have to usually rip up the carpets or at least clean them. You're going to have to paint. The doors get shot. So what cost segregation does is a civil engineer typically will go into the property and they will literally break down every component piece of that property and say, well, these rolling doors aren't going to last 39 years. They're only going to last 7. So we're going to reduce those to 7 and then assign a value to those doors. And all these trim and flooring, that's only going to last, say, 5 years. So that we're going to break those down as well and assign a value. So then what ends up happening is you start moving a lot of property from real property into personal property is what they designate it at. And those personal properties are depreciated over 5, 7, or 15 years. And then because of the 2017 Tax and Jobs Act, we also get 100% bonus depreciation